In today's video, we're going to be breaking down 8 side hustles you can start right now to earn some extra money on the side. Whether you're looking to save up, get some more financial freedom, or learn a new skill, these side hustles are a great way to earn some extra income. Plus, a majority of them are beginner friendly and pretty flexible. So, let's go. Now we're going to start off with the more feasible side hustles, the ones that really anybody can do with little to no experience and can genuinely start tomorrow. The first one that many of you may be aware of is Uber or door dashing. Now this really only requires a valid driver's license, a car, and a smartphone. Now the great thing about this is the amount of flexibility that you have, right? You can do this whenever you want. On weekends, late at night, after your main job, as your main job. It doesn't matter. It really only depends on you and your availability. And if you want to be strategic about this, you can do it in busy areas or late at night when there's price surges to really boost your earnings. Now, when I was in college, I knew many drivers who solely focused on the college campus, right? You have to think of it this way. There are thousands of students there who need a drive to class, who need a drive to the mall, who need a ride back and from a college party, or who want to pick up food, but they don't want to go out because it's 5 degrees outside, right? So if you actually are strategic about your locations and your times, you can seriously make a lot of money. Now, of course, there's going to be downsides. There's going to be a lot of wear and tear in your car because you're going to be driving a lot. There's going to be the cost of gas, but then also there's going to be the price fluctuation throughout the day. But the biggest thing you need to be concerned about is getting a rideshare policy or a commercial auto policy, because your personal auto policy is not going to cover you if you're working for a rideshare company. Now, many of you will groan and be like, oh, I don't want to pay for more insurance, but you don't want to be that guy who's doing a delivery at 2 a.m., it's its 17th delivery of the day, he's very tired, and then he gets into a car accident and you're not insured. So you'd rather be safe than sorry. Next up is dog walking or dog sitting. So if pets like you and you like them and you have pretty flexible hours, this can be a great one for you, because you have to think of it this way. A lot of professionals in today's workplace are doing the 9 to 5, right? They're at the office, they're in the city, they're on the train or driving, right? They don't have enough time to care for their pets, but they'd want to, but they can't. So you have to think of this pet being at home for 9-10 hours by itself. It needs to walk, it needs to eat, it needs, human care, and it's not getting that. So you can be, the answer to these problems. And if you're just starting out, there's a lot of ways to generate business. You can knock on your neighbor's doors, create a Facebook business page, post an ad on Craigslist, post an ad in your local newspaper, tell your friends and your parents' friends about your new business, and even leave your business cards at dog parks, doggy daycares, veterinarian offices, and pet groomers. There are also sites like Rover, Wag Walking, and Care.com. Many people say that their pets are their kids, so you can understand when they're being anxious when trying to find a good person to care for their pets. So as long as you're honest and truthful and do a good job, you should have many repeat customers. Now, if you're looking for an easy side hustle that requires no skill or experience, then doing surveys or focus groups can be the answer you're looking for. Now, to start off, surveys don't really pay that well, but the great thing about them is you can do them at any time. As long as you can devote maybe 5 or 15 minutes to doing it, you can do it wherever, whenever, and answer some random questions and get paid. You should consider looking at Swagbucks and Survey Junkie. Now, I have not used them personally, but I did find a fair amount of positive reviews talking about them. Now, on the other hand, focus groups take more time, but they also pay you more money. Now, the topics can vary, and you may not qualify based off of your demographics. Take a look at user testing. Again, I've not used them personally, but I did find decent reviews online. If you're serious about doing surveys or focus groups, then I highly suggest you sign up for multiple sites. Right? You're not going to qualify for every single survey or focus group because you might not meet the demographic. But that doesn't really matter because this is not going to replace your main income. Now, you have to be honest with yourself. These things are only going to pay $5, $20, $50. But if you have some free time, or if you want to do it instead of your scrolling, then this can be a great way to supplement your income and maybe earn a couple extra $100 every single month. Now, for those of you with more of a digital or creative side, here are some side hustles that may appeal to you. One to consider is being a content creator. If you enjoy making videos, writing, or sharing ideas online, then this can be a great way to earn extra money. People are always looking for entertaining, educational, or helpful content, and you have platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram which make it very easy to reach an audience. Now, getting started doesn't require a lot of fancy equipment. I've seen many people start with just a phone and some free editing software online, but the key things you need to focus on is 1, being consistent, and 2, finding your niche, right? If you only post once a year, then it's going to be very hard for people to find you. So it doesn't matter How often? Is it every single day, every single week? As long as you're constantly putting stuff out there, then it'll give more opportunities for people to find your content. And the other thing is finding a niche. If you're randomly doing all of these different topics, then it's going to be hard to find one group to watch you consistently. So it can be a couple niches, right? But probably not 10 or 15. Now this will take time. There's going to be a lot of trial and error, but this is a long-term play. And the great thing about content creation is that it's scalable, right? The videos that you make now are still going to be there 5, 10 years from now. And if you're consistent over the years, you're going to have a pretty sizable library that will continue to make you money now, even though you've done the work a long time ago. Now, many content creators you know of today actually started doing it as a side hustle. And as their content got better and their channels grew, they started transitioning to doing it full time. People like Ali Abdaal or Binging with Babish had completely separate careers, but they found a niche, grew their audiences, and now they do content creation full time. Whether you're reviewing products or teaching a skill or talking about your life, there is an audience out there. Just be sure to constantly improve and stay consistent, and don't give up too early, because should you take off, it can be life-changing. Next up is freelance writing or copywriting. Businesses, websites, and entrepreneurs constantly need well-written content, whether it's blog posts, social media captions, ad copy, or product descriptions. And if you're just starting out, there are plenty of ways to find work. One that many people use is Fiverr, but you can also reach out to local businesses, pitch guest posts on blogs, or even offer your services on LinkedIn and social media. Writing is highly flexible, and you can do it anywhere. Set your own hours and take on as much or as little work as you want. And as you gain experience and develop a portfolio, you can start charging higher rates. A good reputation and a solid portfolio can lead to repeat clients and consistent income. Another great side hustle to consider is video editing. Now, as more people start turning towards YouTube and Instagram and TikTok for entertainment, there's going to be an increased demand for high quality content that stands out. Now, to get started, you really don't need expensive equipment. A decent computer and some cheap or free editing software can do the trick. Now, when I was in college, I used Premiere Pro because the college was paying for it. Of course I was going to use it, it was free. But when I graduated, I can't afford that, so I started using DaVinci Resolve, which was a free editing platform, and I love it. I've been using it since. I'm not getting paid to say this. I'd love it if I'd get paid to say this, but I've been using it for years. I've used it for every single video that I've ever edited. It's easy, it's cheap, well, it's free, of course it's cheap, and it's very user-friendly, and there's tons of guides online in case you don't know how to do something. So, another great thing about editing is that anything with video and audio, that's a potential audience for you, right? Other YouTubers, podcast people, small businesses. There's tons of options out there for you. So, as you learn and gain experience, you can increase your rates, and with repeat clients, you can also create a steady stream of income. Plus, it's a pretty creative job that's rewarding and can be done from anywhere, even the comfort of your own home. Next up is being a research assistant. Your job will be to help individuals or businesses gather, analyze, and organize data to assist with projects, academic work, or market research. To get started, look for opportunities like local universities, research firms, or even professionals in the field, like marketing, social sciences, or even healthcare. Many businesses and professionals are willing to pay for helping gathering data, writing reports, or analyzing information. And finally, we have tutoring. Now, the great thing about this is there's always going to be a high demand and also a large pool of potential people, because anybody of all ages may need help with at least something. Martha down the street might need help making a strawberry shortcake. If you can bake, help her. If Johnny down the street doesn't know how to do his math in high school, help him. If Timmy doesn't know how to propose to his girlfriend in her native language, if you know the language, help him, right? Any topic, anywhere, any age, you can help them. You can set the hours, you can be flexible, you can set the rate, you can do it online or in person. And if you create a good relationship with them, then they'll come back to you because they appreciate the consistency, the expertise, and the personal relationship. If you're just getting started, then there are companies like Kumon and Huntington that offer great services. You can also offer your services locally by putting ads in local Facebook groups, in the newspaper, and even community centers. And if you're still in school, you can tutor your fellow classmates. But if you really want to expand your business, you can offer your tutoring services around the world. Now, I remember when I was in high school and struggling with Spanish, my Spanish tutor actually lived in Madrid, and we would Skype twice a week. So it doesn't matter where your students are or where you're even located. As long as you have good marketing and you have the expertise, you can find students and make some good money. It never hurts to make a little extra money, and many of these side hustles you can start tomorrow and work at your own pace. So if you want to buy that car, pay off that debt, or really focus on your financial freedom, then the time to start is now. And with that, I'm Evan, and thanks for watching. If you liked what you just saw, then click on the video here. Also, if you haven't, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos.